The main endurance race in 2024 has finally all the drivers confirmed with some changes and also interesting names taking part there. So here comes the full entry list for the 2024 edition of the 24 Hours of Le Mans race, which will be very exciting to watch this year. So let's check now in this video. So first we will talk about the LMGT class, which is gonna have 23 cars confirmed. The first entry is number 27 Heart of Racing team with Aston Martin Vantage AMR GT3 Evo with Ian James, Daniel Mancinelli and Alex Riberas as the drivers. The second team we're gonna talk about is WRT, which will operate the BMW M4 GT3 with 2 cars. On number 31 will be Darren Leung, Sean Jellal and Augusto Farfus. And at 46, the drivers are Ahmad Al-Harthi, Valentino Rossi and Maxime Martin. The third team is Proton Competition with 3 Ford Mustang GT3 cars. Beginning first with the WC regular cars. The number 77 will have Ryan Hardwick, Zachary Robichon and Ben Barker as the drivers. Its sister car, the number 88, will have Giorgio Roda, Mikkel Peterson and Dennis Olsen as the drivers. And finally the 44, which is an exclusive car for the 24 Hours of Le Mans race because Proton won the LMGT Championship at European Le Mans Series in 2023. Christian Reed, Ben Tuck and Chris Mize will be the drivers. The fourth team confirmed is Vista AF Course with 2 Ferraris 296 GT3 cars, which are also full season in WC. First the 54. The drivers are Thomas Floor, Francesco Castellacci and Davide Rigan. And at the 55, François Hirio, Simon Mann and Alessio Ravera are the drivers confirmed. The fifth confirmed at the LMGT class at Le Mans is United Autosports with 2 McLaren 720S GT3 Evo cars and are also full season in WC. First the car 59. The drivers confirmed are James Cottingham, Nicolas Costa and Gregoire Saucy. And in the 95, Hiroshi Hamaguchi, Nico Pino and Marino Sato are confirmed as the drivers. The sixth car team confirmed is Iron Lynx, which is also in full season in WC this year. First the car number 60. Claudio Schiavone, Matteo Cressoni and Frank Pereira are the confirmed drivers. And in the 85 under Iron Dame's name, Sarah Bovey, Dorian Pun and Michelle Gatting are the drivers. The next entry is 66 JMW Motorsports. This is an exclusive Le Mans entry and will be operating a Ferrari 296 GT3 car. Giacomo Petrobelli, Sally Yalik and Larry Ten Vorda will be the drivers. Now let's talk about Inception Racing, which got an entry at Le Mans thanks to Brendan Iribe because the American driver was the Babakin Bronze Cup champion at IMSA GTD class last year. A McLaren 720S GT3 Evo car will be used and will have the number 70 like it is in IMSA. Brendan Iribe, Ali Milroy and Frederick Shandorf were confirmed as the drivers in the 70. The next team is Cody's ASP. This is also a full season operation in WC 2024. First the car number 78. Arnold Robin, Timur Boguslavski and Kelvin van der Linde are the drivers. And in the 87, the drivers are Takeshi Kimura, Esteban Masson and Jose Maria Lopez. Now let's talk about TF Sport, which is also a full season team in the LMGT class in WC. Let's check first the lineup in the car number 81. Tom Van Rompuy, Rui Andrade and Charlie Eastwood are confirmed as the drivers. And now the lineup at the car number 82. Hiroshi Koizumi, Sebastian Baud and Daniel Juncadella are the drivers. The next entry is GR Racing with the number 86. Michael Wainwright, Ricardo Pera and Daniel Serra will be the drivers there. Now the Manthey Racing. The number 91 will be operated as Manthey EMA and will have Yasser Shaheen, Morris Schuring and Richard Leitz. The number 92 car will be operated as Manthey Pure Racing with Alexander Malikin, Joel Sturm and Klaus Bachler. The penultimate team in the LMGT list is Spirit of Race with the number 155 and will be operating a Ferrari 296 GT3 car. The drivers confirmed are Johnny Larson, Conrad Larson and Jordan Taylor. And the final team at LMGT list is Station Racing number 777. Satoshi Hoshino will be replacing Clement Matu as the bronze driver. Erwin Bastard and Marco Sorensen complete the lineup. So now the LMP2 class, which is gonna have 16 cars confirmed. The first team confirmed is the Proton Competition number 9. Jonas Reed, Masio Capieto and Bent Viskel will be the drivers. The second team confirmed is Vector Sport number 10, which was part of WC LMP2 class in 2023 and this year will only compete at 24 hours of Le Mans as a YLMS team. Ryan Cullen, Patrick Pilot and Stefan Richelme are the drivers. The third team at LMP2 class is AO by TF number 14 and will be a Pro AM entry in which a bronze driver is mandatory. PJ Hyatt, Alex Quinn and Louis Delatraz are the drivers. The fourth team is United Autosports and will have 2 cars competing at LMP2 class in Le Mans. So first the car number 22. Initially we would have Felipe Albuquerque, but the Portuguese driver was moved to the car 23. And with that, in the 22 we're gonna have Bijoy Garg, Nolan Siegel and Oliver Jarvis. And at the 23 in which is a Pro AM entry, the drivers are Ben Keating, Ben Hanley and Felipe Albuquerque. The fifth team confirmed is Nielsen Racing number 24. Unfortunately, we will not have any more Albert Costa in the lineup for unknown reasons. And with that, David Heinemeier Hansen, Fabio Scherer and Kiffin Simpson will be the drivers. The sixth team is Algarve Pro Racing with 2 cars. First, let's talk about the car number 25, which is an ELMS entry. Matthias Kaiser and Ali Caldwell and Roman De Angelis are the drivers. The second car is number 45 but operated as CrowdStrike Racing by APR, which is an IMSA entry and also a Pro AM. George Kurtz, who was the Jim Truman Bronze Cup champion in IMSA last year, Colin Braun and Nicky Katzberg are the drivers confirmed. The next team is IDEC Sport number 28. Paul Lafargue, Job van Utrecht and Reshad de Geris will be the drivers in this car. And now about Decane team number 30. John Falb, Jean-Baptiste Simonar and James Allen are confirmed there. The next team is DKR Engineering number 33, which is a Pro AM entry. Alexander Matschel, Lawrence Hoare and Rene Binder will be the drivers. Now the current LMP2 Le Mans winner number 34 Inter Europol competition. Jakub Smichowski, Clement Novalak and Vladislav Lomko are the drivers. And here comes the cool racing in which we'll have 2 cars competing this year at Le Mans. First, the car number 37. Lorenzo Fluxa, Malf Jacobson and Ridimo Miata are the confirmed drivers. And at the 47, which is a Pro AM entry, Naveen Rao, Matt Bell and Frederick Vesti will be the drivers. Now the penultimate LMP2 team in this list is the number 65 Pawnee Racing. Rodrigo Salas, Matthias Besch and Scott Huffaker are the drivers. And finally the number 183 AF course, in which we're gonna have Francois Perotto, Ben Barnicoat and Nico Veron as the drivers. And finally the Hypercar Class, which will have 23 cars among 9 different manufacturers. So starting with Cadillac cars. The first one is the number 2 Cadillac Chip Ganassi operation. Alex Lynn and Earl Bamber remain at the car number 2, and the third driver will be the 2-time IndyCar champion Alex Palou. The second Cadillac entry is the car number 3. The driver lineup is the same from the 2023 season and will have Ringer van der Zonde, Sebastian Bourdais and Scott Dixon. And the third Cadillac is the number 311 Whelen Engineering Action Express Racing. The 2023 GTP champion will again have Pipo Durrani and Jack Aitken, and a third driver will be the 2022 Formula 2 champion Felipe Drugovich, who will make his debut in the Hypercar class. So let's go to the Porsche operations, which will have 6 963 cars in Le Mans. The first team we will talk about is the Porsche Penske with 3 cars. Firstly, we will talk about the WC regular team. In the car number 5, Frederick Makowiecki, Matt Campbell and Michael Christensen are the confirmed drivers. And in its sister car number 6, Andre Lotterer, Kevin Esther and Lorenz Vantor are the drivers. Now finally the number 4, in which is an extra entry exclusive for Le Mans race. The IMSA regular drivers Felipe Nasser, Mathieu Jaminet and Nick Tandy were confirmed for that. Now let's go to the customer teams. The first customer team is Hertz Team Jota, which will have 2 Porsche 963 cars this year and will fight strongly for the victory. First, the number 12 car. Callum Ilott, Norman Nato and Will Stevens will be the drivers in car number 12. And now the mighty 38. Jensen Button, Oliver Rasmussen and Phil Hansen are the drivers confirmed in this car. And the second Porsche customer entry in Hypercar Class is the number 99 Proton competition. Harry Tinknell, Julian Anlauer and Neil Yanni are the drivers. Now let's talk about Toyota Gazoo Racing. First, the number 7. Kemui Kobayashi, Mike Conway and Nick De Vries are the confirmed drivers. And in the number 8, we will still have Brendan Hartley, Ryo Hirakawa and Sebastian Buemi. The next manufacturer we're going to talk about is Ferrari. First, the number 50 Ferrari AF course, which is a factory operation. Like was in 2023, in this year we'll still have Antonio Fuoco, Miguel Molina and Nicholas Nielsen. Now the number 51, which won Le Mans last year and is also a factory car. And in this car will also remain the same driver lineup from the 2023 edition with Alessandro Pierguidi, Antonio Giovinazzi and James Calado. And the third entry, but as a customer entry with AF course number 83. Robert Kubica, Robert Schwartzman and Ife Yi will be the drivers. Now let's talk about the BMW. In the number 15, Dries Vanthoor, Marco Wittmann and Rafael Martiello will be the drivers in this car. And in the 20, the drivers are René Rast, Robin Frins and Sheldon van der Linde. So let's talk about Peugeot. In the 93, Jean-Eric Verne, Mikkel Jensen and Nico Muller will be the drivers in this car. And at car 94, Loic Duval, Paul Di Resta and Stoffel van Doorn are the drivers. Now let's talk about the Alpine Endurance team. At car 35, Charles Milesi, Ferdinand Habsburg and Paul-Loup Chatin are the drivers in this car. However, we don't know yet if Ferdy will be recovered on time after his accident at Aragon in the end of March in a test. And at 36, Mathieu Vaxivier, Mick Schumacher and Nicolas Lapierre are the drivers. And now let's talk about Lamborghini Iron Lynx. In the car number 63, which is the WC operation, Daniil Kvyat, Eduardo Mortara and Mirko Bortolotti are the drivers. And in the car 19, which is an IMSA operation, Andrea Caldarelli, Matteo Caroli and Romain Grosjean will be the drivers. And finally the Isotta Fraschini team, which will have a single car number 11. Antonio Serravalle, Carl Bennett and Jean-Carl Vernet are the drivers. So those are the 62 entries which will be competing in the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2024. Which class will be more competitive? Who do you think that will have more chances to win in their respective classes? So tell your opinion in the comment sections below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not lose more videos about IMSA and WC. We will see you in the next videos.